Manchester United came out victorious against Liverpool at the Anfield. Now, the last time Manchester United defeated Liverpool at Anfield was 2016. That is 9 years ago. That was a almost near perfect display from Manchester United. Now, don't get it twisted. Manchester United is powerful, but men, they can turn up on their day. They can turn up against any big team in the Premier League. They showed that obviously against Arsenal, right? And they did the same thing against Chelsea. They know how to turn up, and that was a very superb display from Manchester United. From a defensive point of view, from the attacking point of the game, the midfield, they were all over Liverpool. Now, one can say that Liverpool were the more dominant team, right? But was the dominance effective? Did they really capitalize on dominating the team? They were really wasteful today, right? The brightest spark Liverpool had today was Gakpo. Now, it's not supposed to be that way. With the amount of money Liverpool spent, they're not supposed to depend on Gakpo to be their only bright spark in the team, right? Manchester United were from the start of the game, they were off for it. They were winning their duels. Casemiro was superb for 60 minutes, right? Ahmad was outstanding. Now, the problem we have in Manchester United is, can you be consistent? Can you put in the same performance next week against Brighton? That's the problem we have in Manchester United, right? Now, this is the first time they are winning 2 games in a row under Ruben Amorim. And the man has been there for almost 8 months. And this is the first time they are winning 2 games in a row. Now, with the level of performance they put in today, one would expect them to go in against Brighton and get a win. But the Manchester United team, they cannot be consistent. What is the problem? Like, why can't they give performances like this every game? Why? Is it the manager? Is it the players? If they can give this kind of performance again against Liverpool, right, then you cannot tell me that it's the manager. Obviously, it has to be the players, because you cannot win a Liverpool side that we know to be very dominant at Anfield and tell me that the coach is the reason why they cannot win games. You understand? Is it like the players, they don't want to play for the coach, or they turn up at big games because they don't want to be seen as flops? Now, how does this coach motivate these players to give him their 100% every time? Obviously, that is going to be the coach. But I still feel like Amorim doesn't have the kind of players he needs. I still feel Amorim is few players short of building the team he wants to build. Now, the problem is he going to be given enough time to do that? Is he going to be given enough funds to do that? Because we saw how the board invested so much money with Erik ten Hag. We saw the same thing with the previous coaches and all that. Is he going to be given enough time to implement what he wants to implement? Because from what I've seen from him so far, he's obviously a very stubborn coach, right? He's not going to change his approach to the game. Would the board give him enough time to and enough funds to get in the kind of players he wants? Because I feel there are 2 midfielder shots. There are a left wing back shots. They need a right-sided it. So altogether, I feel Manchester United, they are 4 quality players short of getting the kind of team Amorim wants to create at Manchester United. Now, another thing is, what if he eventually cannot do? Or let's assume he's given the funds, right, to get the players he wants, and cannot still get the results that is needed. If he's sacked, the next coach coming in, would he need those players? You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like if they're going to back him with the funds, right, they need to back him with time. He needs to be given enough time to try to do what he feels the team needs, getting the number of players he wants, and maybe see where he's going to take. But as far as today's game is concerned, that was an outstanding performance for Manchester United. I couldn't be happier as an Arsenal fan, right? Because we know it's still very early in the season and all that, but 4 points, leading Liverpool 4 points after they were leading us 5 points few weeks ago. I wouldn't ask for more. I still feel he needs to motivate this. I think this kind of performance that these players, they have it in them. I feel he needs that extra bit of motivation to get it from them from weekly basis. I still feel Amorim can do more.